Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the second week of October 2019. We are using the Psychic Tarot, and we have a first card that already flew out for you. We have the Seven of Air, Deception and Envy. We will clarify this card stories, no worries, so we can get a little bit more information. We will clarify with the after tarot. And as always, folks, these cards are pre-shuffled, and I've meditated on your energy before I start recording. And these messages, they are picking up energies, these general messages. It may not resonate with you. Part of the message may resonate with you, and the energy may be flip-flop, as in you may be the person, or it may be picking up the energy of the people around you. Just apply it as you see fit, okay? And if it doesn't, and you like a personal reading to get greater clarity into your own personal situation, please contact me at lanmoutarot@gmail.com. There is more information in the description box, okay? I also offer Reiki healing and chakra balancing services. Just contact me and we'll discuss. Here we have number 20, Truth, also known as the Judgment card. And here we have number 4, Authority card, also known as Emperor. At the bottom, we have the 7 of Water. Choose wisely. A lot of options here. That's what's facing you, okay? That card at the bottom, Taurus. I feel like a lot of you, there may be a sense of confusion here, emotional confusion, a sense of illusion, because you feel like there are so many options, there are so many different paths to follow, okay? And I like that in this card here. This is the 7 of Cups. And this in this card here, we have like, let me put the imagery so you can look at it. As you stare at this image, consider about which one actually calls out for you, right? We have 2 birds flying, and we have 5 arms with the hands doing different hand motions and movement. Which one of them call out for you? Because I feel like for a lot of you, Taurus, you have a lot of options available to you, or it may seems like you have a lot of options available to you. And in this case, in the sense of this arm, and you're facing all of those, you don't know which way to go. One of the birds is flying away, one of the birds is flying towards you, and we have the index finger, we have 3 fingers, we have all hand open up, we have a fist, we have like a kind of like, I'm gonna chop this off, a chopper. You have a lot of things, but it seems like it's the same hand doing all of this movement, okay? It's almost like 5 of these options is almost the same hand. You can manipulate it. 5 of those are in your control. The other 2, the bird, you may not be able to control that. So for some of you, this may be significant here, okay? As you go, as you contemplating about your options here. There's a sense of choose wisely, pay attention, pay close attention to all of those things being offered to you, because some of them may be very much within your control. It may be like the same things, these guys in different ways, dressed in different way, okay? Maybe really you only have 3 options. It seems like you have all those options. Some of you maybe really you have 2 options, and some of you already have, because the hands are pulling from underneath that plank that he's sitting on, almost like there's a water here. There's an illusion of like he's sitting on the plank, almost ready to jump in meditation, to jump in a body of water here. And it's almost like the planks, the hands are coming from underneath there. That's almost like that's your own hand here that's doing the confusion. It's your own thought, your own desires, your own things that you're manifesting, that you want to create here, that's creating the confusion. All those things that you know you can do, and yet, because of the birds are the same color of I'm sorry, but this is the message that's as it's coming through, is the same color of the birds that are flying. It may be the options that you have are really 3 options. All of those hands are coming from that plane. That's you. That's all up to you. The things that are not to you are those 2 birds. One going towards you, one going away. So the one that's going away, I don't know why you would want to grab that, because it's really not yours if it's flying away from you. So it's between you and the bird that's coming towards you that you want to come, right? That information that's coming, because I associate bird with information. So it's almost like, it seems like you have all those options, but it's really 3 options. And when you break it down, it's really 2 options. That one coming towards you and that one where you're actually sitting on right now. And this is choosing wisely. It's almost like a warning. But we know the 7 of Cups is a card of illusion, right? Of confusion because of all these possible options. But look at the first card that we have. It's the 7 of Air. That's creating a sense of illusion even in your mind, of deception, of self-deception. Because of all this different possibility of these illusions, of this confusion that you're experiencing based on all those possible alternative routes that you can go towards, or options or things to choose from. And it's creating a sense of deception and envy. But look, the mask is a mask. You wearing the mask. That's you. It's a self mask. The illusion is coming from you. The deception and the envy is coming from you. It's you that's green with envy. It's you who's creating your own self, your own illusion that's creating that self-deception. Let's get some clarification cards here for you, Taurus. Spirit message. There we go. The 6 of Earth, of Pentacles. So you need to balance things out here, okay? Oh, no, that is too much. But it is the 6 of another 6 here that's on top of that little pile. That's the only one that's face forward. But we're gonna put it all back. The 6 of Air, moving away from trouble. Okay, the 6 of Air is a card of moving away from conflicting thoughts, from conflict, from troubled water, right? Going to calmer sea. It's a card of travel. And we have that 6 here. This is a card of balancing things out, finding fairness in a situation. And here we have the 4 of Earth. Again, the 4 of Earth is a card of the miser. It's a card of someone wanting to hold on to everything that's there. As you can see clearly on this card here, right? It's a card of like, at the same time, really stressing and wanting to have a financial stability, wanting to create a foundation, to find your grounding here, okay, on this planet, and being afraid that it's gonna be pulled from underneath you, okay. And here he's worried so much about that foundation, about his own financial stability, about his own material stability, the fear, the worry, the stress of that being taken away from them by almost, I like to call that figure here Lady Death, and I know whatever that skeleton here that's gonna come and get it from me. What's mine, what I've been trying to build on, that I want to build on top. That same fear, before the Lady Death gets to them, that fear alone has already covered him. That's it. He's already in jeopardy. He's already at risk just by the fear. So for some of you, it's your own sense of doubt. It's your own sense of illusion and confusion, of fear. Okay? That's creating that deception. That's creating that's creating that illusion. And that's also gonna take away from what you already have. That's what you already created. Because what you have is yours. No one can take that from you. You with your own mind, because we manifest with our mind, our emotions, okay? You put in your emotions, you overthinking this, thinking something terrible is gonna happen, thinking I gotta choose this, what am I gonna choose? You not being faithful, not feeling secure in your own faith, in what you've manifested, in what you've created, in knowing that it's safe, in knowing that God will protect what is yours. You having that fear, you thinking negatively, your own negative thinking, your own overthinking, your own self-deception and doubt. That's what's gonna be manifested. That's what you're pulling towards you. And hence, before someone get to you, you already covered. The fear itself is already taking away from you. Okay? So be mindful of your thoughts, Taurus, during this time. Be mindful of your of the negative emotions that you're putting towards something, especially something that you're trying to create, a new foundation that you're trying to lay. These are two cards of Pentacles, and the Pentacles talks about the material stuff, things that are happening right here, okay? Things that you're trying to create here in the material world, whether it's a career, it's about money, okay? It's about like resources and your finances, a job, whatever it is that you are trying to create right now. Be very mindful of your thoughts. Do not allow negative thinking to bring you down, okay? Because you're very emotional about it, and some of you are like, it's very emotional here. This is Moon in Taurus card, the six of Pentacles. Again, about emotions. The moon is about emotions. The moon is about things that are hidden in the shadow. So if you feel like you're not getting your fair due, because the Six of Pentacles is about finding balance and fairness in a situation. Some of you may feel like things are off balance, okay? Like you should have been receiving this and this and this. You're looking at all those things that you should be having, all those things that you should be receiving. And that's why we have the deception and envy. But it's a card of self-deception, because you're not looking and even honoring the things you already have. You're not being grateful for the things you already have. You're not even enjoying the things you already have, because you're so afraid of them being taken away from you. And your blessings are being withheld almost because of your own thinking, of the way you're seeing things. It's a warning there for you, Taurus, okay? And you can shift that, okay? You can shift all of this. This is minor kind of energy here. Let me see something here. Cancer, Leo. Yeah, 7 is the card of Libra, 7th house, Libra energy, and we are in Libra energy. We are in Libra energy. I know it, but I wanted to go over it again. So this is number 7 here. This is a 7th house energy here in Libra, and we have the 7 of air, and we have the 7 of water here. So during this time, you really need to find your balance, and having the 6 of Pentacles here is again about fairness, and you can see even in that 6 of Pentacles is holding the scale. Okay, in the way resources are being shared, in the way, like, you know, for some people they may looking like that person get more, they get 3, I get 1, why do I get 2? You're thinking, but you don't know everything, you don't see everything. You're getting you're getting what you are due right now, and be grateful for what you have right now, and knowing that you can always build upon those 4 of Pentacles. You can grow them because you're setting up a foundation right now during this time. Do not allow negative thinking and negative emotions of envy and jealousy to ruin your abundance that's supposed to be coming towards you. Because the next card we have, these are all minor arcana. This is within your control. The next card we have is His truth. This is the card of judgment. Because there will be judgment day. Is always come. Okay, this is the card of judgment. And this is major arcana judgment. This is like the universe calling judgment on you. This is God judgment. And do you see what's in that judgment card again? Your manga scales. Okay? Balancing the scales. Because what is yours will always be yours. If you've done right, if you've taken all the right step, you've lived right, you did what you're supposed to do, believe me, even if right here on earth you're not getting your fair due, the divine will step in. God will balance the scales, okay? By the use of the angels, by the use of those people that are around you, they will bring balance. They will bring, but first you have to go through judgment. If you made mistake, you have to atone for your mistake. And at the same time, in Judgment Day, that's when we find out, we're going to get our rewards based on the journey that we walked, based on the actions that we took, based on the, you know what I mean, the life purpose. Did we carry that forth with honor and truth and faith? So that's all you can worry about. That's all you can. That's why people that are envious, that are jealous, it's almost like a terrible disease. The only thing that you have a certain level of control over is you, the way you see things. 4 of air, yes. A need to rest. A need to remove yourself from the overthinking. A need to remove yourself from the negativity, negative emotions, to just take a break. Okay, to lay down the swords, to just take a break, so you can really recalibrate yourself, so you can find your mental stability again. Because here is the overthinking. Here is the looking at this person, what they have, looking at this person, what they receive, looking at this person, why don't I have this? I should have this, that, and this, and this. And then like you just creating like your worst fears in doing so. And Spirit is telling you here the truth, your judgment is you need to take a break. You need to chill out. You need to lay down the swords. Stop thinking. To stop listening. So you can receive the clarity that you need. Okay, to move forward. And this is the Hierophant that fell out for you. Your card of Taurus. The Hierophant is a major arcana representing Taurus. The Hierophant is a very very wise person, wise, having learned. Is also a learned person. The Hierophant, okay. The Hierophant is about institutions, about structures, higher level of commitment. It's almost like Spirit saying, for you, during this judgment, the judgment that's being taken on you right now, Taurus, for you to be at your highest vibration, for you to be yourself, to go back to realign with who you are, to your true essence, that Hierophant essence, you need to take a break. You need to lay down the swords. You need to put everything down and to just really meditate, to really take a break. That's a judgment that's being called on you right now. I don't feel this as in you moving to a job, getting promotions. I don't see that like that at all. I see, okay, this is way too many cards. I see this is you needing to get back to your true essence, to be grounded. Authority, because that's what you really want. You really want to be in your power. You really want to be in control of your life, in control of your world. You really want to be in your own authenticity, your own authority. That you really want that abundance, because we have a lot of Pentacles card here. I feel like for some of you this is about money, about the way resources are being shared, especially for some of you, Taurus, if this is about some kind of inheritance, the way it was being separated. Like what were you supposed to receive? For some of you, you may feel like you were not receiving what you felt like you should have been receiving in regards to an inheritance, and there's envy, and you may think it was unfair, but perhaps that person, that sibling, received more than you, because whether it's a family member that's passive, because they know that you can create more abundance in your life than they can, because they know you have more options than they do, even though it may not be obvious and apparent to you. It seems like they in themselves they were being fair, okay? Those people walking away, they only got 2 pentacles over themselves. He's receiving 2, but look at him. He's literally like an elderly, a leper. Like he hunch over, needing the cane to walk, like the food is bandaged. He needs more. He needs a little bit more. Those people are standing straight up. They look youngish. They get 2, but they probably can work for an extra pentacle or 2. Right? So do not look at other people and think they're taking away from you. By them receiving a little bit more, that they're taking away from you. Okay? They're getting their fair due. And even if it was unjust, unfair, the way the inheritance or whatever resources that was being separated here, that you felt like you didn't get your fair due, your fair amount of reward, just know that there's greater justice than what of this earth. There is divine justice. There is divine judgment. The scales will be balanced one way or another, if not here, above, in the ethers. And the divine judgment that came through, whether some of you are praying over this, you are so hard on yourself and into your mind, about it, it's telling you need to calm down, you need to find your mental stability, you need to see this thing clearly, to think clearly. You need to clear your mind here. You need to get back to yourself, to your own essence. Because at the end of the day, you have authority here. This is emperor. This is power. Ruling over the whole kingdom. Being clarified by the ten of pentacles. This is a card of abundance, inheritance, family legacy. Spirit is telling you, you got what you deserve. You're abundant within yourself. And you can create even more abundance for yourself. And once you go back to your Taurus energy, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna take the Ten of Cups because everything else came down face down, and that was the only card that came down up. Look at this. It's a family in that Ten of Cups card. Okay, look at all the stars in the sky. Your person, whoever it is, for some of you, this is about inheritance. They're looking down on you. Okay, you're being judged. Even if that judgment card wasn't there, this is the message that's coming through. You're being judged, not just by God, not just by the higher beings. You're being judged by whoever passed here, by whoever that is left that inheritance behind. You're being judged. You're being watched. Okay, from the heavens, they're watching how you guys are coming together, how you guys are learning to share, how you guys are carrying on their legacy. So there is indeed a cycle that was completed here. There was a completion of a cycle. There was an ending here. Okay, and even in that card here, we can sometimes I get that it's like it's someone in the resting pose, like their final resting pose, right? It's just like they're like in a church and that final resting, they're laying them to rest with one of their swords, and here's someone bringing them flowers, like, right, a memoration here, as in someone has passed. That's what I'm trying to say without saying it. So if it's somebody that has passed here, that and it's about an inheritance, you are being watched. The way those of you that are left behind, the way you are connecting with each other, the way you are handling things, you are being watched about it. And what they want is to make everybody happy, and what they want is for everybody to be happy, for everybody to share in the wealth. Okay, even the puppy, that no one is left behind. And that card came sideways when it fell with the pile, and as I'm pulling that Ten of Pentacles, it went down in reverse. So for some of you, if you are not getting your act straight, you are creating conflict, you are creating a sense of disunion in regards to inheritance and a matter of money. It's going to create an imbalance in the family, and they do not want that. They want that new cycle that's about to start. They want to pass the torch to the next generation, and they want to know that everyone's going to get along. Even if this is not about an inheritance, Taurus, there's a true need here for you to get back to your essence, okay? Judgment is being called on you during this time. The thing of envy, leave that behind. The overthinking, leave that behind. The confusion and illusion about, I want this, I could have this, why can I get this, why didn't I get that? Leave that behind, especially if you're comparing yourself to other people, especially to people in your family, people that are you close to, and it's creating a sense of envy and jealousy. This is very, very negative and brutal and just terrible energy. You don't want to be in there. Take a moment to rest. Take a moment to find your balance, to ground yourself again, to be back in your energy, so you can know that you are in authority, you are in command of your own life. You can create the abundance that you have. It's already yours anyways. That you have abundance and you have happiness, and to enjoy the things that you have right now, to be grateful for that you have right now. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. This is a card of protection, of setting boundaries. Okay, and here someone is almost like paranoid here, the way he's looking, but there's someone behind them. There's almost like someone behind them. It's like you're not alone. Okay, don't be afraid that what's yours is gonna be taken away from you. Don't be afraid that you're not gonna receive your fair due, because you are not alone. Okay, you're not in this alone. Yes, there maybe need to set boundaries here, but there's also a sense of my goodness, look at this. This whole thing just fell down just so you could see this. My gosh. And I did say it. Let's remember here, that card of authority is the card of Aries. Okay, this major arcana representing Aries. This Three of Wands, this is the Sun in Aries card. That needed to be said. That's what that happened. This is all this whole stack that just fell. This was at the bottom of the deck. We're at the end of this. This whole stack just fell just so this card could show up for you. Yes, this is a card of Aries. This is what needed to be said here. For some of you here, it may be that an Aries person that you are dealing with. It may be an older person in your family. If it's not an Aries person, that is the person that, let's say, they chose to be the executor of the will, if you will. The executor of the will that has to carry on the torch, that has to keep the family together, and that has to separate the resources and all of that. Make peace with that person, okay? Let's say it's not an Aries person, it may be the oldest person, right? The oldest person in the family, the oldest sibling that have to do this. Just believe and have a faith that things are being done the way they're supposed to be done, and everyone's gonna get their fair share. And that person is doing things based on what the instructions that they receive to do things, okay? And that you're not alone. You're not alone here. Even if there was someone, an attack to come, someone behind you, they'll see it coming too. There is protection here for you, and it's protection right here. That's not about protection from the divine. This is right here. Someone has your back. Regardless of what the situation is for you, Taurus, please do not stay in that self-deceptive mode of envy and jealousy, and this is just terrible energy. This is the Woman's Oracle card. Let's get some woman's message for you. We have soulmate at the bottom. It says, yes, this is your soulmate. So for those of you, if you're having confusion about if that confusion was about, is that person my soulmate? I have all those different options, all those different people I'm talking to, and you're wearing a self mask, as in you don't want to show your true self. You don't want to really connect with any one person. You'd rather stay in a state of like perpetual dating and bachelorette. Even though you're looking at your soulmate straight in the face, even though you've been praying to get a soulmate, you don't want to commit to that person. You don't want to give them the fair due, but you want to hold on to them, but you're not giving them what they deserve at the same time, or they're not doing that for you. That's for those of you, this romantic situation, there is judgment coming here, okay? The situation is no longer sustainable. Spirit is gonna step in either there's gonna be a separation, that someone's gonna have to take a break, someone's gonna have to remove themselves from the situation, or you're gonna have to offer a higher level of commitment here, okay? That's a judgment that's gonna come through. And the decision, once you make that decision, once you take control of this situation, once you become your own person, because the Emperor knows who he is. The Emperor is the Aries card, is the card of I am. The Emperor makes decisions, okay? And is also very passionate. This is what you get to have. You have to get a satiety, as happy as one can be with that 10 or that 10 of water. Like it's almost like an instant family, okay? You find your tribe, you find your people. It's happiness, and it's also wealth, okay, and abundance. And yes, because that person is your soulmate. Heart-to-heart conversations is the card that came out for you here, and it says here, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. There's a need to discuss, to open up, okay? Open yourself up. If the fear is why you're holding on to and entertaining all those different options, it's because you're afraid of you getting hurt. You're afraid of what is yours being taken away. You're afraid of sharing. Open up. Talk to the person, okay? So you can really connect on a deep, not just in the heart space, but also you can see what is their value system, and can you guys carry things forward? Can you meet on a higher ground here? So you can go to that higher level of commitment. But Taurus, I hope this message brings you some insight and some clarity into your situation. Please come back next week for the next set of reading. And remember, as always, love is the only answer. Thank you. Bye.